I'm in a long-term relationship. And you know, they're not always easy. We haven't always agreed with each other, but I still love and respect him. My name is Michael, and his name is Oscar. And in some years, he and his academy have nominated performances which I didn't see anything that was all that special, or at the very least, worthy of his honor. Now, for this video, I'm going to talk about some nominees in the supporting categories. Now, I'm not suggesting that these performances were bad, or too short, or even in the wrong category. It's really much simpler. Were these performances worthy of his attention? Let's start with a recent nominee.
Like me, like you, I think, we're junkies. And art is our drug. Family, we love. But art, we're sugar for art. You think I wanted to leave my sisters, my mama, and my papa and go stick my stupid head in the mouth of lions?
Putting your head in a lion's mouth is art?
Judd Hirsch received his second Best Supporting Actor nomination in 2022's The Fablemans. In this biographical tale, written and directed by Steven Spielberg, Hirsch had a nice scene as Boris, where he shared his philosophy about life, and then he disappeared from the movie.
You should remember how that hurt. Because when they say all this, when they say what you do, that's cute, it's a hobby, it's like stamps or butterfly collecting, you feel your face, how it feels now.
Hey, you almost pulled it off.
So you remember your Uncle Boris and what he's telling you, because you're going to join the circus, I can tell. You can't hardly wait. You want to be in the big top. You'll shovel elephant shit until they say, okay, Sammy, now ride the goddamn elephant.
Now, if the Actors Branch wanted to choose a performance from The Fablemans, why not Paul Dano instead? And, unlike many others, I actually enjoyed The Fablemans. But despite mostly positive critical reviews, it claimed the dubious honor of becoming the lowest grossing film in Spielberg's career.
You the one always talking about saving. Our own and our own parts are the only way to get up from under their foot. We right there.
I don't want you working for them.
I won't be working for them. I'll be working for us. I already said yes.
Known primarily for her hugely successful career as a recording artist, Mary J. Blige received a Best Supporting Actress nomination for the 2017 film Mudbound. Blige had already earned nominations from all of the major precursors before receiving her Oscar nod. As Florence Jackson, the strong matriarch of a family living in Mississippi during World War II, Blige was singled out by most critics.
You just come back.
Well,
You come all the way back. Yeah?
I love you, Mama.
I love you too, babe.
Now, I watched her performance very closely to see what all the fuss was about. I found this was one of those instances where I tried very hard to find a moment or two that I could say, okay, I get the nomination. But it never happened. Again, I'm not inferring she wasn't good. Apparently, I missed something, so please direct me to a scene that stood out for you.
When the sunset turns the ocean blue to gold. Bill Bailey. He'd say, Sonny, you do the verse and I'll take the chorus. And off he'd go.
Sometimes I think the Academy sees a name they have previously honored and say, well, he was in this film, so he must be good. Let's nominate him again. Such is the case with two-time winner Jason Robards, who received his third nomination as Best Supporting Actor for 1980's Melvin and Howard. In this comedy, inspired by the real-life tale of a man who claimed to be a beneficiary of Howard Hughes's fortune, Robards did his stock-and-trade good work in a small but pivotal role as the eccentric recluse.
No one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all end me. So
Perhaps my bias is towards the film itself, which I think was overrated, and resulted in a questionable win for Mary Steenburgen as Best Supporting Actress for a performance that was, for me, nothing special. Did I target the wrong nominee here?
My husband is, well, he's required to speak publicly.
Perhaps he should change jobs.
He can't.
Indentured servitude.
Something of that nature, yes.
Well, we need to have your hubby pop by. Tuesday would be good. He can give me his personal details, I'll make a frank appraisal, and then we'll take it from there.
Doctor, forgive me. I don't have a hubby. We don't pop. And nor do we ever talk about our private lives.
Though I like 2010's Best Picture winner, The King's Speech, as well as Best Actor winner, Colin Firth's performance, I honestly felt that Helena Bonham Carter's nomination for Supporting Actress was one of those that got caught up in the Academy's overall love of the film.
It's Your Majesty the first time. After that, it's ma'am, as in ham, not ma'am, as in palm.
I haven't told her about us. Sit down, relax.
I'm told your husband calls my husband Bertie, and my husband calls your husband Lionel. I trust you won't call me Liz.
As Queen Elizabeth, Carter received her second nomination, but I don't think she was given all that much to do in the film, or at least nothing that was particularly Oscar-worthy. It's not as though the story didn't need to include her character, and Bonham Carter did what she could with the script provided to her. Was this a filler nomination that year, or do you think the performance was a worthy Oscar contender?
And yet here you sit, big as life. You know you cost me a lot of time and money. Before you pull that shit with Fogarty, I was a shoo-in to take over when the boss croaked. A shoo-in.
An Oscar winner for Best Actor in 1985's Kiss of the Spider-Woman, William Hurt received his fourth and final nomination, this time as Supporting Actor for 2005's A History of Violence.
Boys in Boston are just waiting for me to go down. You always were a problem for me, Joey. When Mom brought you home from the hospital, I tried to strangle you in your crib. I guess all kids try to do that. She caught me, whacked the daylights out of me.
In the role of crime boss Richie Cusack, Hurt had a minimal amount of screen time, but that isn't the issue for me. It's the material with which Hurt had to work with in creating his character. That said, none of it worked for me, but I know there are those who found his performance among the best of his career. So where are you with this one? Did you see what I saw, or what the Academy saw in Hurt's performance?
Tape recorder okay?
Go ahead, man.
You always dress for dinner?
An actress with a natural delivery that is never forced, Maggie Gyllenhaal has given good performances throughout her 30-plus career in film, television, and on stage. In 2009's Crazy Heart, Gyllenhaal played Jean Craddock, a journalist who becomes the love interest of a down-and-out country singer. Jeff Bridges in his Oscar-winning role.
Miller. Georgia Wildcats, you ever hear of them?
No, I never heard of the Georgia Wildcats.
No, I didn't figure you did. How about Hank Williams? Gene Autry, Waylon, them boys.
Right, Lefty Frizzell.
Gyllenhaal was just swell in Crazy Heart. But was this seriously enough to warrant a spot in the Best Supporting Actress category that year? Interestingly, Gyllenhaal's Oscar nomination was the only mention she received the year the film's released. Her performance wasn't included at the BAFTAs, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes, or Screen Actors Guild. Bridges won all of them, by the way. Did the Academy get it right? Or did Maggie Gyllenhaal take someone else's spot that year?
You please not use profanity in this house, Jennifer.
You do.
What the hell is he gonna think? He's gonna think you lost your marbles.
Why? Because I won't allow it? Because I won't allow a parent to reject the child?
Mr. Cavallari.
Phil.
Phil, sir. I reject him too.
But don't talk like that, Oliver. A father's love is something to cherish and respect.
Where do I begin? Love Story. The smash hit of 1970. Based on the best-selling book by Eric Siegel, this tale of two young lovers who make snow angels and are ultimately faced with terminal illness was beloved by moviegoers. And while I would include the film's leading players, Ryan O'Neal and Ali MacGraw, in this video if I expanded it to nominees in leading roles, I'll only go after John Marley, nominated for his performance as MacGraw's father.
I wish I hadn't promised Jenny. I wish I hadn't promised Jenny to be strong for you.
Marley, a good actor, was perhaps the best in this film. That's not saying much, as he played opposite the eternally wooden Ali MacGraw and Ryan O'Neal, who, well, looked good. Marley's only Oscar nomination came, I believe, as a result of the tidal wave of affection for Love Story. But I gotta ask, has this film held up today? Do modern audiences respond to it the way moviegoers of the 70s did? Oh, by the way, I don't find romantic films icky. I just prefer them not to yank that hard at my heartstrings.
Little bastard just wasted his life, you know? Well, it's a big fucking relief, if you know what I mean. Man, this nurse calls me and says he's dead. I don't even know him. I just gotta get out of here. Let's go out. Just wait a second. I gotta take a shower.
Yeah, me too.
Have some wine or something. I'll be right back, okay?
Coming Home starred Oscar winners Jane Fonda and John Voight in the 1978 critically acclaimed drama about the after effects of the Vietnam War. As Vi, Fonda's friend, Penelope Milford found herself among the nominees for Best Supporting Actress that year.
That's nice. But you didn't tell him the house you rented was on the beach.
I know.
You didn't tell him about the new car you bought.
Well, I figure I'm gonna save that for when he gets home.
Got one from Dink this morning.
Oh, yeah?
All he said was, got you another year. Poetic.
In Coming Home, Jane Fonda was excellent. John Voight was excellent. Supporting actor nominee Bruce Dern was excellent. As Milford's brother, Robert Carradine was excellent. So Penelope Milford was surrounded by a strong ensemble of actors, and that's why she gets nominated for this nothing of a performance? I mean, she's pretty much just there, not offering much in terms of emotion or even a genuine reaction to the proceedings around her. The character of Vi isn't all that interesting to begin with, so again, the fault of the script or that of the actors for not going beyond what was on the page. I just don't get this nomination. Penelope Milford was last seen on screen in 1997, with her most recent stage appearance coming in 2013.
Well, would you produce him?
Produce him?
Will you cause him to appear?
Well, Senator, you had John Meyer on the stand for 3 days last week.
Well, be that as it may, we would like him to reappear. Would you ask him to return?
Star of the long-running television series MASH, Alan Alda added an Oscar nomination to his 6 Emmy Awards for his performance as Senator Brewster in 2004's The Aviator.
Closed. Nobody knows a thing. It's better for everybody.
You know the picture of the llama you got last year?
Yeah.
Where'd you sail from?
We didn't sail, we flew.
In a role that consisted of about 10 minutes of screen time, Alda was, well, Alda, doing his best as he goes up against Howard Hughes. this time played by Leonardo DiCaprio. Was this role memorable enough to be seriously considered for an Oscar, or did the actors branch choose a well-known actor they liked and respected? Again, not a bad performance, but was it good enough?
Has the man gone?
That man?
Yes, that man.
I don't know how that man get in. I don't know. Maybe the back door was open.
Yes, maybe it was.
Why not, Clara? Maybe climbed in a window.
Or fell down the chimney, maybe.
Marisa Pavan was lovely as Rosa in 1955's The Rose Tattoo. The daughter of Serafina, played by Anna Magnani in her Oscar-winning role, Pavan's character is in stark contrast to Magnani's volcanic presence, which perhaps the Academy thought made for a good balance in the story of a widow's romance with a truck driver, played by Burt Lancaster.
Till 1:15.
Yes, I study civics. Civics is very important, and tomorrow's the final.
Oh, I know.
I'm very tired, Mama. Help me unfold the sofa, will you?
Come here, Rosa. Come here. Kneel to Our Lady and swear to me you study civics.
No, I will not.
Because you don't study enough civics tonight.
Marisa Pavan won the Golden Globe for her performance, and maybe I'm unfairly comparing her alongside the incomparable Magnani. But even if I try to assess the performance on its own merits, I don't see Pavan as more than acceptable here. When reviewing some of her subsequent work, Marisa Pavan was, to me, kind of the same. Here's some trivia for you. Marisa Pavan was the second choice for the role of Rosa in The Rose Tattoo, as the producers originally cast her twin sister, Pierre Angeli. Remember her? Before I get to one more performance, I want to thank you for joining me from wherever you're watching this video. We self-proclaimed Oscar nerds are represented all around the world, and it's educational and fun for me to learn the perspectives of those from different cultures with a wide array of movie-going experiences. After the video concludes with a classic moment featuring an Oscar winner and nominee, will you please click on the like button? And if you're not yet a subscriber, join our amazing community of people who aren't shy about sharing their opinions on each weekly video, as well as in the daily polls, where your votes are needed.
Jack talked about how music is essentially 12 notes between any octave. 12 notes and the octave repeats.
With a career spanning over 50 years in film and television, Sam Elliott's first credited role came in 1969's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Elliott is one of those actors who was always good, both as a leading man as well as in character-type roles. Sam Elliott would occasionally receive recognition here and there by the various awards groups, but an Oscar nomination always eluded him. However, in 2018, he finally became an Oscar nominee for his supporting role as Bobby in the umpteenth remake of A Star is Born.
All Dad ever did for you was make you his fucking drinking buddy. And you'd be right there with me with still love, and you fucking know it.
I was never a huge fan of this film, partially because I thought the story had been told enough times. Sam Elliott wasn't a major player in this version of A Star is Born, only on screen for less than 9 minutes as the half-brother and manager of Jack, played by Bradley Cooper, the film's co-writer and director. Elliott is excellent as usual, confronting Cooper's character with strength and passion. Then he disappears. Michael, isn't that the definition of a good supporting actor? Well, sometimes. And yet, once again, I'm not faulting Elliott for the material he had to work with. If only he had one more scene, I could have said, wow, I hope he's nominated, and wins. But when the movie was over, I kind of forgot he was in it, something that didn't usually happen when I watched Sam Elliott in anything else. Look, I'm happy the man is an Oscar nominee. This may have been one of those career achievement acknowledgments. Actually, I think it would be nice if Sam Elliott received an honorary Oscar at some point. I'd cheer that one on. Now it's your turn to share your list of nominated performances in the supporting categories which might have tested your relationship with Oscar. As always, I know your suggestions will spark some great debates. And until we meet again, here is that playful moment that takes a jab at a movie I mentioned earlier.
I'm sorry.
Let me tell you something. Love means never having to say you're sorry.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.